What's up? Welcome to the latest Retro's 25 Games of Christmas. That's right, it's a 25-day video series in which we talk about a single game each day that would make a great Christmas gift or would make just something to play. Has nothing to do with the theme though. They're not Christmas-themed games. They're just great games, and 25 of them that I thought I'd put into a row. Now, if you're a subscriber, and you should be, why wouldn't you be? You make sure to check this out every day and kind of see what games we're going to be talking about next. Also, send me suggestions if you'd like for me to talk about any of the ones I talked about on the shelf from the 59 games, which is right here in 20 minutes. Please let me know, and I will try to get that in before the end of the month. But without further ado, let's get into the first game, 25 Games of Christmas. Number one, I wanted to start with something massively popular and readily available, and that is Arkham Horror the card game. If you haven't seen my review, it's right here. Make sure to check that out. This game is an incredible experience. It is not like the card games of the past from Fantasy Flight. You may think, well, it's just like Lord of the Rings with a different skin on it. It's not. If you think that, that's fine, but I really think you're disservicing yourself if you think that's what this is. Are there a few similar mechanics? Yes, you have cards, you draw, you get decks of cards, there are turns and rounds. But it's so unlike Lord of the Rings in the sense that, yes, you are putting tokens on an agent deck or an advent deck or whatever it's called. Not an advent, that's kind of what we're doing. But there's turns, and you get actions on your turn, and I love that so much better because it feels a lot like this game right here, Mansions of Madness 2nd Edition, in which you have a character and you get turns with that character. Well, in your deck, you say, okay, well, I don't really like card games. Here's the deal. Your card deck, as of now, is only 30 cards, which I love because you're not overwhelmed with just tons and tons of cards, and I'm never going to get to that bottom of the card. You may never get to the bottom of 30, but 30 is a lot better than 50 from Lord of the Rings. The beauty of this is it feels like you are the investigator. There are story elements in this. You have to put weaknesses in your deck. Skids O'Toole has hospital debts that he has to pay for. It's crazy the stuff that it really deals with the psyche of your character, why they may all of a sudden just drop and run, drop some cards out of their hand. Wendy Adams is the abandoned girl. All these different weaknesses that really play into the reality of this game, or the realism of this game, and I love it for that reason. Also, if you like time stories, spoiler, that's going to be on the 25. You're going to love this because I was playing The Curse of the Rougarou, which is the expansion from the Arkham Knights game here from Fantasy Flight. You can get this on their website or on Cool Stuff or anywhere you get your games. If you get that, it has things in it that say, remember that you did this. Doesn't tell you why, doesn't tell you what for, and I love it. I also just read an article yesterday on Fantasy Flight's website where there's going to be things like that that carry over in the whole scenario. So there's a new card coming that says, if you attempt this action, just write it down in your campaign book. You have no clue why. I love that. And that is why Arkham Horror is, in my opinion, the best LCG out there, because it is a perfect mixture of an RPG and a card game and a campaign-driven scenario. It doesn't play like a card game in the traditional sense. It doesn't play like an RPG in the traditional sense. It is a perfect mixture of the two. That is why Arkham Horror, the card game, is my #1 game for 25 Games of Christmas. So here's the tag at the end of the video. You're saying, Brian, I've already finished the review. No. This is the end of the video. This is the part where I tell you about my channel and Twitter. I'd love for you to follow us on Twitter at The Latest Retro. See, I did that with my hands, assuming there's going to be a Twitter bar right here. The Latest Retro on Twitter. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Twitter and Instagram, YouTube, all that kind of stuff. I don't think I have an Instagram set up yet, but follow us on Twitter at The Latest Retro. Also, follow us on here. If you're just watching this video and you're not subscribed, please click subscribe. We'd love to have you on this channel watching and following the videos. We try to make these videos fun, we try to make them funny. This one's going to be a little bit more straightforward, no silly intros or anything like that, but enjoy and follow and subscribe. 25 Games of Christmas.